All right, so ready to dive in. Today we're looking at, well, it's just a news article at first glance, one of those straightforward ones. It's about a political figure, I guess you'd call him, declaring some days of mourning.
Interesting.
Well, like the more you look at it, the more you realize there's got to be more to the story here.
Yeah, it's kind of like a tiny little window into
Right.
a much, much bigger picture, right? You get to peek into how this whole political system works.
Okay, so the article talks about this guy, Aiyedatiwa. He's the deputy governor of Ondo State, in Nigeria.
Okay.
He declared 3 days of mourning for it's called the SSG, the Secretary to the State Government.
Mm-hmm.
And full disclosure, I had to look this up because I had no idea what an SSG even was.
Yeah, it's not something that comes up a lot, and unless you're really into Nigerian politics, I guess. But the way I see it, think of it like the backbone of the government, administratively, Like they're the ones connecting all the different parts, making sure everything runs smoothly, policies actually get done, that kind of thing.
So this wasn't just like some random official, huh? I mean, the SSG had some serious power, it sounds like.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And that's what makes this whole mourning thing so interesting, right? It really shows you how important this person was in the government.
So what happens now? Did like everything just stop?
Well, not completely, but when someone like the SSG dies, there's definitely a gap, right? All those responsibilities, all that influence, suddenly it has to go somewhere.
Okay, so could this cause some problems? Like, could things get a little shaky, people fighting to fill that spot?
Definitely possible, yeah. That's why I think the article focusing on the deputy governor's actions is so interesting. Like, this whole morning declaration, it could be his way of saying, hey, things are under control.
Yeah.
Trying to project some stability at a time when things might be a little uncertain.
Hmm, that makes sense. And it kind of makes you think, did he have a close relationship with this SSG?
Yeah, could be. We don't know for sure, but it's definitely something to consider.
You mentioned before potential instability and like different, I guess you could say, factions in the government.
Right.
Does the article, does it give us any clues about that? Like, were there any tensions already there or alliances, anything we should know about?
It doesn't really go into specifics, which is a shame.
Yeah.
But even without knowing all the details, it's still interesting to think about, like how this event might change the political landscape there, who might be trying to get that SSG position now. Could this lead to new teams forming or old rivalries getting worse?
It's wild. We started with this short news article, and now we're talking about power struggles and politics
Yeah,
and the impact one person can have.
right. It's amazing what you can find when you start digging a little deeper.
Exactly. And this event, I mean, seems like something small, happening over in Nigeria, but it really makes you think about bigger things.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's about power, leadership, how even one person's life can ripple out and affect these huge systems.
It really makes you wonder what other stories are out there, just below the surface, waiting for someone to uncover them.
Exactly.
Who knows? Maybe this will even inspire some of you listening to go and learn more about, Ondo State politics.
Yeah, why not?
You might be surprised at what you find.
Definitely. It's a fascinating world out there.
That's for sure. And on that note, we'll wrap up this deep dive. Thanks for listening, everybody, and keep those brains curious.
Always.